Hello everybody and welcome back to more Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. In the previous part, I suspect, I do not know for certain, that we wrapped up Jeremy, the Reverend Yaughton village's story. I think we followed him as far as we could go. He was a pretty awesome character. Pretty impressive. I'm gonna go up this way. I have no idea where this path is gonna take me, but we are gonna head up this way. Villagers? Is that? Looks like the road is cut off up here. Go and make sure before we just head down there for no reason. Yes, another roadblock. Even the police who have blocked the road seem to be missing. I'm struggling to see exactly what happened to the people here in this village, because there's no... It's literally as if somebody reached down, picked them up and just took them all away. There's no dead bodies, there's no destruction, there's no, you know, apart from the lights, there's no real lingering sign that something went really wrong. I mean, there's the signposts up about the flu, and there's, you know, you go into certain houses, there's blood in places, but they're really, seems like the village just kind of stopped. I mean, this is the farm. I wonder if this is where Frank and Mary lived. I wonder if their story is completely, Jeremy's story is completely done. Okay, there's the village hall. He doesn't seem to be flying around anymore. I haven't seen him anyway. Not being led anywhere by anybody, so I'm going on my instincts here. Could end up anywhere. This very much looks like a farm. We'll pick up a new thread. That's open. Oh. Frank got himself a nice ride. This is Frank's house. I'm just assuming because Frank and Mary apparently had a farm, and I don't seem to have come across them or their home. Heard of them.
Meg? Meg, are you here?
Here. I'm in the lounge.
There are too many empty houses tonight. Most of the village is gone now.
My head's killing me. Have you listened to the phones?
No, I thought they were all dead.
There's a strange kind of static now. I think I heard numbers in it. It sounded like the American woman.
Kate? She's still alive. No one's seen her.
Is Charlie back?
Not yet, no. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Father. Listen, you go on ahead. I'll just rest here a little longer.
Sleep well.
are still following Jeremy. He's just not flitting about the place, showing us. Meg appears to have caught this virus too.
3, 1.
I was wrong in my assumption that this might be Frank and Mary's home. We're still following Jeremy by the looks of it. I'm going to be checking all of the phones and the TVs now. I don't think anything different is going to come from them. Great quiz questions. Counts. Voice to the stars. It's really well done. Okay. So we are pressing forward. I'm not entirely sure where. If I can get through this field. Must be cut off from that side. Gate is open. There's a way around through quarantine. This way, perhaps. Tractor. Radio.
I've been recording the pattern for 3 hours and so far have accumulated over 3 megabytes of binary data. The pattern does not, at this point, seem to be part of any recognizably closed loop, but there remains symmetry, despite the conflicts.
Kate is excited about the discoveries that she is making. Okay, I'm gonna have to head back over this way, I think. I'm not entirely sure where I need to go next. So it may take me a little bit of while to get sort of back on track and make sure that I'm heading in the right direction. This just seems to be the end of the village over here. Another end of the village. Actually, now that I remember it, there was another path up from by where the doctor's surgery is, so maybe if we head back over that way, there will be a way out. I'll get through that way. Okay, I think that might be the best way. We'll jog there, shall we? I think this is why people are like, oh, I've looked around this whole village and I've got to walk all the way through it again. Just enjoy the scenery. Gosh. It's a beautiful game. I don't understand it when people can't appreciate beautiful things. Yeah, so we missed that small conversation with Meg. Though it did seem to tie into things because we saw Jeremy talking to Meg here and she walked off after he was confronted by Wendy about Mary's death. Right, yeah, I'm remembering all the names at the moment. It's like I'm playing out my own sort of soap opera. It's all very intriguing. There's all sorts going on in this little, seemingly sleepy village. So I know I've looked in all of these places and all of these houses. There's a path up here. I'm wondering if this path is going to lead me out the village. There's a map. Yeah, should be a map. We can have a little nose and see. I have a map of my own. Yeah, by the looks of it, see, we are here. The doctor's surgery was there, and we should be able to go up towards Tipworth Forest if it's possible. I hope so, because I'm not sure where else that we can go, because the road by the observatory is down the observatory is blocked off. The road coming out from the church is blocked off. This seems to be the only option. Hopefully now we can leave the village. We may pick up another trail. No, Jeremy said that Lizzie had headed to a camp. We are now leaving Yaughton. Lizzie had left to go to the camp. So hopefully, if we're travelling up through a forest, we might find said camp. Perhaps it is where the villagers congregated. It's the only place that they could get was outside of the village. Ooh, Wendy. We are now following Wendy. There we go. Hopefully. I knew we'd pick up another thing. I didn't know it. I hoped that we would. We are now going to be following Wendy by the looks of it. Hello, Wendy. Take me on your journey. I'm going to go back into the village. Is she going to lead us all this way? I'd like to go this way, Wendy. I suspect we will end up going back to the village with different characters and looking around at different stories and things. In the woods with Wendy.
Going away, Amanda? Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning. I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that father, Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
It seems very quiet in the village, actually, Wendy. Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, father. I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that we've had some vandalism in the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie, gone. And these thugs and yops running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
He had a good life, Wendy.
He had a short life. I look to my birds, father. Lives lived unencumbered, free and simple. That's as God meant things to be.
Wendy is a definite woman of faith. Must have a little bit of a chip on her shoulder. Not overly fond of Jeremy. So this appears that it was Amanda's house. Amanda was the woman who was in that very, very sad, emotional scene in the previous part with her husband and children who had gotten sick. This was their home, apparently, just on the outskirts of the village. I think they said that it was Barbara's house that they had gone to stop in. Oh, I think I'm up here.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984. I don't understand what that means.
I said earlier on, didn't I, about the time? We're definitely in the 80s. We were in 1984, in the year I was born. I wasn't even alive when this happened. Wow. I was just a big lump of baby inside my mommy's tummy. Well, this was a lovely house, and they seemed like they were a lovely family. Makes me even more sad when I think of their fate. Poor Amanda. Not something that I ever like to go through. Is that a boomerang? It's a boomerang. Very much a family home, you can tell. Is this book? I need to see the title. Get inside. Right, I'm going to go through the back here and see what's this way. We can travel further up that path by the looks of it. I'm intrigued about what might be down here. A map and a picnic spot. And the stars. We are here. We are right in Tipworth Forest now. Awesome. So, Appleton's farm actually is all the way up there. That's where Frank and Mary lived. Yes! Oh my gosh, why didn't I make that connection before? Frank is Stephen's father. Stephen Appleton, oh my god. Gosh, I'm slow sometimes. Wow, I just did not make that connection. I am really slow sometimes. Yet Frank was Stephen's father, so Mary was Stephen's mother. So Jeremy euthanized Stephen's mother. It's all very complicated. It's a beautiful forest. Really, really just want to wander off into these woods, but I'm scared of kind of getting lost. Which is, I suppose, a realistic interpretation of things. I love going for walks in the forest. I do get frightened of getting lost, though. Quite a lot of forests around where I live. Maybe not a lot of them. We've got a few big country parks, which are lovely to walk through. A lot of green. It's what I love about my country. All the green. Going to reconnect with the road now? Apparently so. Hear a phone ringing. I am unsure if it is actually a phone or a bird. Sometimes there are birds that sound like phones. Okay, so that was their house. This is where we were. There's more houses and buildings over here. Let's just backtrack a tiny little bit and see what's in this building. Garage. This way? Simple village life. Sometimes I think it'd be lovely to live in a very simple village like this. I imagine it'd be quite difficult to get to certain things like decent internet access and access to takeaways. In this day and age, definitely. I do like the odd takeaway. Don't judge me. Ooh. Big memory. Big memory. No, shake it. Shake the memory. I'm shaking it. Don't seem to be having much of an influence on it though. Oh, so. There we go. It's wobbling now. I wonder if I just shake the controller. Oh, that does it.
You do look ever so drawn this morning.
That bloody dog kept me awake. And there was that thing in the sky. The radio says it was an electrical storm, but I don't know what it was. This morning, I found some dead birds in the garden.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it might have had something to do with the atmospheric conditions.
My Stephen will probably know. I'll give him a call in a bit.
Wendy, I've popped around because we've had some incidents with some of the more elderly residents. Mrs. Boughton has, well, vanished, for want of a better word. Wandered off somewhere, no doubt. I thought I'd best check and see you're all right.
The council are talking about a flu epidemic.
Yes, well, I'm not sure it's flu as such. But no headaches, nosebleeds, no joint pains or digestive issues.
Dr. Wade, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Go and find some real sick people to look after. And if you see that son of mine, tell him that his mother's looking for him.
Oh, Wendy was Frank's sister? Stephen's auntie? Who's their son? Don't know. Small village life, everybody knows everybody and everybody's business. So whose house is this then? Because if Barbara's was back in there and Wendy's was next to the church. Maybe the doctor's house, because he said I popped in to... Maybe that wasn't Wendy's house next to the church. Maybe this is Wendy's house. I don't know. Everybody seems to be going into everybody's house. It's a pretty house, nonetheless. Pretty. One thing I haven't really talked about is the sounds in the soundtrack. I think it's lovely. The soundtrack, the music definitely feels suitable and accurate for sort of country and village life. And I love the sounds as well. It's just the sounds of wandering through. It just helps it feel so immersive. And the sound of the lights is quite jarring. the sound of the radios, that sort of thing. Ominous. Very well done. Oh. This seems to be the home of somebody who is a bit of a hoarder. You always get that one person as a, you know, furniture in their lawn. I'm hearing a telephone. It's a radio.
Hello, Frank Appleton.
Breaker lost cowboy, this is Travelling Sherlock. You copy, over.
You da bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone.
You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you.
It is serious. It's not larking about.
You be listening to your number stations again, Frankie.
It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint.
I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think.
I'll not argue with that.
Frank, have you seen the sky? It's amazing. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I didn't realize we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
People have mentioned the sky. I'm not seeing anything terribly exciting about the sky at this moment in time. Whatever happened up there. Seemingly over. Haven't really looked up all that much, to be fair, but it just looks blue and clear. There are no particular clouds. It doesn't look ominous or anything. It's just... This is locked. Just check these things as I'm going past. Okay, so Charlie appears to be something of a hoarder. Was arranging with Frank to go for a pint. Going off down the pub. Down the Whistler. Where is the Whistler?
Terry called this morning. Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Steve, and he always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car. It's probably rabies.
Ooh. Well, that conversation wouldn't endear Wendy to my fiancé, at least. His puppy dog was called Harvey. This puppy dog that still lives with his parents, who he had to leave behind to come and move in with me, to come and live with me. He moved halfway across the country to be with me. If you didn't know that. Yeah. He's impressive. He's awesome. But yeah, his puppy dog was called Harvey. He saw that, he'd be going, Harvey dog? She said, Harvey dog run into road. That's not nice. Not nice. I have to take a picture of this. Sorry, I had to take a picture of that and tweet it to Barry. Interactive. Yeah, interactive gaming right now. Yep, I take pictures on my PS4 and tweet them to my fiancé who's sat downstairs probably playing the same game on his PS4. It's just how we do things, you know. It's modern day romance. I'm not entirely sure where he's been and what he's seen, you see, because when he decided to play it, he's been following the game since it was announced, basically. And yeah, so he's seen certain things, and I think one of the first pictures of something that he saw, or one of the big pictures of something that he saw, was of a lighthouse. And so when he switched on the game straight away, he was like, I need to find this lighthouse, I'm going to go straight to this lighthouse. And so he may have missed little things like that. So it's very sweet. I've just looked at the time, actually, and seen that I have been recording for long enough. This game is just so immersive. It goes so quickly, these parts. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I hope that you are enjoying it. I sincerely, really, really do. I will see you in the comment section and in the next part of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Take care.